what's up? John Sonmez from simpleprogrammer.com. My mic is still good. I gotta check the battery levels. I need some kind of way that I don't need that. I'm doing another book review today. How's that? All right, so the book review for today is a book called Living with a Seal. Now, this is a very, very interesting book. Someone recommended me this book when they heard about my hardcore, crazy-ass diet. And because I eat one meal a day, I run 40 miles a week, I'm in the gym, lifting, 6 hours a week. That's not super excessive, but I do some crazy stuff, okay? And I fast sometimes. I'll fast. Like today, I'm going to fast all day. I'm not going to eat anything out, and I'm going to not eat until about 5 o'clock tomorrow because I'm crazy like that. I'm always testing stuff. I'm trying to see, and it's kind of funny because some people are like, oh, you're going to lose all your muscle. You're going to eat it away running long distances and fasting. Well, I don't know. It hasn't happened yet, has it? That's kind of weird because maybe you're just a wuss and you're making excuses for that, which that's what this book is about. This book is about being a wuss. I listened to this book in one 10-mile run, and it motivated me because this is some crazy ass shit. The basic premise of this book, it's kind of a story format, is this guy, I forget his name, but he was on MTV and he had a record label and stuff. He's married to the woman who founded Spanx. All right, so he basically found this guy. He was running this race, okay? This long distance race. It's like a 100-mile race where they had these teams and they planned it out. I think it was in San Diego actually, and most of them had teams where they're running I think teams of 4 where they'd run 25 miles each, right? And this one guy, this dude who was this Navy SEAL, he ran it by himself all 100 miles. And so the author of the book, he was like, who is this guy? So he basically found out who he was, called him up, and was like, can you train me for 30 days or 31 days? I forget exactly what it is. Basically, can you come to my house? I'll pay for you and come train me for a month because I want to know what kind of crack you're smoking. I want to get some of that. So he has him. He comes over, and the story is like a day by day of what their training was and what happened, and it's a very interesting story actually. Very, very hooks you in. Some of it I feel like is a little bit unbelievable, and he says that it's what he can recall and whatnot. But I'm torn here. I got to tell you guys. I have a personal request for you to research this shit because I could not find the answer. I want to know if some of this stuff is legitimate or not. Did this dude, I can't remember his name now, the SEAL guy, did he actually do 2,500 push-ups in a day? Now, before you say, oh no, that's crazy shit, that's not even possible, because that's what my initial thought was when I was reading this book. Before you say that, look him up. I can't remember his name now. Actually, I have it on my phone because I kept it in my browser because I was so interested in this. But if you look him up, David Goggins, okay? The dude, look at his Wikipedia entry, right? I've got his picture up here, all right? Look at his Wikipedia entry and look at his ultra marathoning and his major accomplishments. He did something that's called the Badwater 135 ultra marathon. This is crazy ass shit. It's running at 130 degrees Fahrenheit weather, 135 freaking miles in Death Valley, California, up 8,000 feet in elevation, over 8,000 feet, basically running from the lowest to the highest point in the U.S., pretty close to that, 135 miles by yourself in scorching heat. That is freaking insane, okay? People have actually done this. They've actually done this in 24 hours, in less than 24 hours. This is insane. People are freaking insane. So, man, when I'm running my 10 miles and I'm hurting, I'm like, what? Stop being a fucking wuss, John. Especially when I'm listening to this. Anyway, this is just so interesting stuff. This is crazy. Okay, so here's some of his major accomplishments. He did, in 2013, he set the 24-hour, this is the SEAL guy, pull-up world record at 4,025 pull-ups in 24 hours. This was monitored. Someone watched him do this. They verified they did 4,025 pull-ups. I don't know how this is freaking possible, but he must have done it. He's tried it multiple times. He entered an Ironman World Championship and he placed. Never trained for it. I think he rented a bike This is crazy ass shit, and this is real, okay? So my request for you is, I still want to know, though, if everything in the book is real. I want to know if these workouts, if this training, because some of this shit is like, I mean, at one point in the book, it said that he went and he did this 75-mile race, and he broke all of the bones in his foot. And then he's up training the next day, running like 6 miles and stuff. And now, I'm not saying that that's impossible, but it seems friggin' impossible to me, having been injured multiple times. So I feel like there's some fabrication in the book, but when I look at the Wikipedia page for this dude, this David Goggins, I give this guy full credit. I just don't know if the author made up some of the stuff to make it a little bit, I don't know. It's already fantastical, but it seems a little bit crazy, some of this stuff. Some of the stories in the book I'm not quite buying, but again, I don't know for sure. I would love for those of you out there who are sleuthy, detective style, to give me some info and let me know what parts of the book are not quite right, you know, and then which parts are. But either way, it doesn't even matter, right? If some of this is true, it's a fantastic story. It is very interesting, very riveting. It's very motivating. If you're running, if you're lifting weights or something, put this book on in your ears, and you'll stop being a fucking wuss. You'll be like, man, I'm being a wuss right now. I need to take it up to another notch. I felt like after I ran this, I was like, I should probably run 10 more miles. It's pretty freaking dark, and I hadn't eaten for 2 days, but you know, that's the thought that went through my head after that. So I highly recommend the book. It's called Living with a Seal. Pretty dang good book. It's a short book as well. If you like this video, if you want to get more videos and book reviews, click the subscribe button below. If you're already a subscriber, thumbs up are always appreciated. And you know, if you're one of those detectives that's going to help me out, leave a comment below, send me an email. I'm very curious about this. This is quite incredible, quite interesting. It's amazing. It's amazing to hear guys like this, and just to, you know, it just blows your mind. It changes your perspective on things. Just knowing that there's a 135-mile fucking foot race that people do in less than 24 hours. That just changes your perspective on what's hard in life. At least it does for me. So I like to hear these stories. All right, I'll talk to you next time. Take care.